I think it's been a while since I've seen you have so much fun in there, my man. King got that hand raised. What's up?
Man, this is who I am. Over time, you always see who you are. I had some stuff happen with the Patty fight. I slipped into a fucking choke, and then Ruffy came, and so things like that are going to happen. But I'll show you guys this is who I am. You'll just see it more and more over time. The person who they are, over time, you'll always find out who they are. I had a couple of little bumps, but this is who I am.
But that's that perseverance. I mean, you don't have the record that you do, wins and losses, that legacy that you've built without coming back. Yeah, you took those L's, sure, but we're talking to you now, aren't we? So you're right back, and that's a good example for the up-and-coming fighters to not let these defeats define them, you know? What did you take away from
losses
tonight?
don't define me, bro. None of that stuff defines me, and like, that's what I was just really to prove and stuff, This guy took it on short notice, but I had two other opponents pull out, too. I'm who I am. It doesn't matter who was coming on the stage. I was going to fight this same way. Still haven't changed anything. Guys are like, put your hands up and stuff. I come to put on shows, and that's what it's all about, is put on these shows. I'm trying to get the fight at night. I was trying to tell that dude, come on, let's fight. I'm trying to get the fight at night. I'm not trying to just get by with a W. It's not good enough.
Did the 160 do anything good for you? Like, is it cool to not have to cut the exact to 55, or it doesn't make a difference? You make 55. No.
Weight in at 158, 3 more pounds ain't nothing, I'm a 55er, it is what it is.
What's going on with the hands tonight? I saw you, do a little like showboating, also trying to get him into some traps. Is that what I was looking at? You're trying to bait him in, and he just did not want to engage?
Yeah. Hey, we got to throw, kid. If we trying to get the fight tonight, we got to go. And I'm like, maybe I could talk to him and get him to get mad and come in. Yeah. Maybe he just stuck to his game plan with the movement. I'm like, well, then you're going to make me chase you then. Fuck it, I guess I got to chase you around. But I'm not no guy where I got to run after you. I'm just like, all right, you'll come sooner or later. I'll just walk you down until you come here.
Did you feel, we went to the split decision, did you feel you had done enough? Because I see you had the water ready to do the Triple H split.
Yeah, I'm like, so when they said a split, I'm like, what were they watching? I worked the kid, chased him around the ring all day. He got a takedown, but he didn't even do anything with it, When I took him down, I was trying to smash. That's what I was saying. That's the difference between the two. But so when they said that, I was like, what the fuck? But it is what it is.
I mean, we're here nevertheless. The year's coming to an end. Last event of the night, last event of the year, last event on ESPN. So now we got Paramount coming up, man. Talk to me. What can we expect from you in 2026? I know you're always looking a couple steps ahead. What do you have planned for 2026?
Be honest, bro, I got like 6 businesses that I have,
Hey.
I do fighting. I got real estate. I got a club I just bought. And so I'm running a strip club.
You're in Vegas? Where?
Down in California.
Nice.
And so I'm super busy. I got 4 children that I need to take care of, and I'm so busy. So whenever they call me, I'll be up.
That's what's up. You've already shared so many stories with us about giving back and investing. You got the properties. You want to make sure the kiddos are good. Give me one more King Green holiday memory or something that we can kind of reflect on with these special times coming up, or anything going back to when you got a present as a kid that you're like, man, this is cool. Anything.
Bro, I was a wrestler since I was 14. I never really got to celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving. I really never had holidays like that. So it's important that this one's going to be right,
All right.
Whatever the kids want, they're getting,
Oh, that's cool. What a great place to be in, man, till you could provide like that. Respect. Congrats on the win.
Oh, thank you.
You going to give us the name of that strip club?
My strip club is called Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah, it's in Colton.
Was that a wish list, or was that just a business that just happened to come along your way, or was it something that the King Green just said at some point in some day in my life I'm gonna have a strip club?
No, bro. To be honest, I'm a Christian, and so I really ain't like get into that type of stuff. But I have a friend. I used to work there like 15 years ago. I cleaned the
Security?
Yes, I cleaned all the toilets and the shitty ass throw up and stuff. I had to do all the dirtiest jobs, and then my friend who worked there also, he's been there about 13 years. He has diabetes. He lost a leg. So he works there, and he's like, Bob, if the strip club's getting ready to close down, if I don't work here, what am I going to do? And so I was like, fuck it, let's do it, bro, And so we tagged up together. We're a partner in this business, and this is what we're going to do.
I love it. He calls you Bob, huh?
Mm-hmm. All my family, everybody calls me Bob that's close to me.
Well, that's an amazing story just right there. Just, outside of what kind of club, but the fact that any place you work, you started at the bottom, and now you're at the top. Now you own it. That's got to be a message to anybody out there what hard work can give for you.
Yeah, I started off and nobody wanted to do the throw up. They threw me in there, and now I own it. So yeah, it's a dream come true, or whatever you want to call it, like a magical story with.
Yeah. You know, speaking of magical stories, you look like you were having fun out there tonight. I feel like there's moments when you're in the flow, we've seen that come and go in fights, but you look like you were legit having fun out there tonight. Was that something that you felt was maybe missing in some of your recent fights?
Yeah, and no. Like I feel like there's some. You've been on the mat so long. There's so many possibilities, and you're gonna have them all. Where I slipped with the Patty thing. Patty knew to kick my leg, kick me, and whoop, I went down and right into his stuff, and shit happens. Sometimes somebody throws a Hail Mary, and you lose the game. And so, stuff like that happens. This is just who I am. You know, you're gonna see it over time.
What do you think about that Patty Chandler bout that's coming up? Who you picking in that one?
I lost to Patty, so I have to go for him, you know. But I'm a Gaethje guy. Like, me and Gaethje are tight.
Gaethje,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Gaethje sent me gloves. Gaethje takes care of me. I love him. I like them both. I want them both to have success. But if you lost to a guy, you always want to see him win because it makes you look a little better. Like, well, at least you lost to that guy, you know. So
True. And thank you for clarifying, Gage. I don't know why I got Chandler on the brain. Were you coming in with any extra pressure on your shoulder with this one? Coming in with a couple L's coming in here. Did you feel any pressure, or are you the kind that the past, I'm just going to focus immediately on what's in front of me?
I look at more so intentions, bro. Like, what are your intentions for doing it? You know, I got a strip club. I got to pay for this. I got bills. That's all that's important to me. And, like, wins, losses, never thought about it. Like, oh, well, you lost too. And I know who I am, bro. This is who I am. And so I'll always get back to the win column just over time. I work too hard. I push too hard at this to lose. And you're going to have some losses. But over time, I'm always get W's.
Yeah. And you earlier, you're talking about how you were trying to point down, trying to get him to walk forward. But with your experience, I guess you got to give him a little grace to understand why he didn't want to walk forward with you, because you're a very dangerous man, and he's probably like, this is my shot to kind of show up. I don't want to just throw it away and get slept on, on my first shot.
Yes, I can understand that, but I also want, like, other future fighters to understand. Them checks is cool, but that 50 racks, that extra, that bonus, I think I bonused like probably 9 times. Trust me, you want that. You know what I mean? The UFC, I know what they thinking. They want good fights. And so if you put on a good show, bro, they're going to be like, that guy came out and he fought. They'll grab him and still be like, hey, we like you. No, we like what you do. And so they're watching and looking for entertainment. So I was just trying to get him to understand, hey, we got to entertain. Yeah. These people are watching. My homies came for this one, and I just want to really throw a good show for them. So I was really trying to, like, put on a fucking show.
It's funny, I've been watching and following you along with the Zuffa, the organization, since back in your Strikeforce days. You've been through a lot of changes, especially with all the TV broadcasts. Did it mean anything for you to be fighting on the last ESPN card? Because you've watched them all. You watched the Fuel, when TV was on Fuel, Fox on Fuel, or whatever, all the different names, and then you've made it through the ESPN. So was it a little extra special to be out here and starting the main card of this last big ESPN event?
Somebody told me I'm the last of 3 Strikeforce fighters to come by, I watched so many people come and go. Like, there was Burt Reynolds, is it Burt?
You talking about Burt Watson? Or
the guy who used to throw the events, walk us out.
The operation, Burt Watson.
Burt Watson, I'm sorry, Burt.
We rolling, baby.
Yeah, we rolling.
Yeah.
And what Burt had a famous saying, Burt would say, everybody gets here, but who can stay here? And he would say this every time. And I watched Burt say that for years, and then he's gone. And so to be through all these phases, watching the industry change, and it go from this channel to this, and these things, the rules are changing. I'm watching all this stuff, and so I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old.
Getting old, but you're still obviously, performing at a high level. So I guess last thing to leave with that, I mean, what would you say to all the upcoming fighters, like when they look at you and they say, how is he still able to do this? When you go back and look, and that Strikeforce bout, July 30th, 2011, my friend. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
When they say, how are you able to keep doing this? What would you tell those up-and-coming guys?
True grit, true heart, experience, learning. Like, some people think that we're just in here, like, fighting and shit like fucking barbaric guys. This is college, and you got to be able to learn just like school. And I got a master's at it, that You may not understand it, but there's this little move to the left. There's a little, oh no, it went over here. There's something strategic there. And so I would say learning fast and understand this is college. You got to put your time in to get your master's.
Wow, that's like, we have to call you like Professor Green, or that might be King Dean.
Okay.
I've always failed when I've tried to give you nicknames. But congrats on the victory today.
Appreciate you, brother.
King, congrats on the victory. One of your most impressive performances. Looks like you're in great shape, didn't get hurt. When can we expect you to fight next, and who would you like to fight to?
I wanted to do the Houston fight. I wanted to fight in Houston. I was wanting to fight Moicano. I don't know if he has a fight or not, but I was looking at Moicano like, I've been seeing these Kirsch commercials, and he'd be on these, I think it's Kraken or something like that, and he's always like, Bitcoin, brother, buy Bitcoin. I was like, maybe he want to fight, and the loser has to buy the other person a Bitcoin.
Hey.
We'll fight for a Bitcoin, you know? And I believe that he's the only person I would call out that would honor his word. The loser's buying a Bitcoin. I'm willing, I got the money. We'll buy a Bitcoin, or at least half a Bitcoin. If you don't want to do the whole thing, we'll do half, and I'm good with it.
Sounds good. You mentioned you run 6 businesses. Which one makes you the most? Probably the UFC, but what's the number 2? And which business is the most problematic?
The most problematic, I would probably say the strip club. You know, you got fights, lawsuits, people trying to do stuff like that. So that one. The one that makes me the most, I got a business in Thailand too that I do. And so I think that one makes me the most.
Congrats again, man. Good luck.
Thank you guys.